enjoyed it, man. The scenery was beautiful, man. Freaking the scenes, all the greenery, just so much green. Everything was green.
Oh man.
Weather was nice. They had a little bit of rain, but
Yep.
you know what I'm saying? It was cool. I actually like. I want to go back. I have to go back. The skyscrapers are just ridiculous.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah,
Like,
I know, man. I sound like I'm
Yeah,
old or some shit. Like, I'm talking about infrastructure.
and I've been to like, well, I've been to Spokane, Washington, but I don't think I've been to Tacoma too, but I was only there for like an hour or something like that. I'm like, I don't know. Really?
Man, have you seen shoot, Mount Rainier?
No.
Dude,
No.
that place is,
Is
that
it
mountain is.
dopeness? There's no dopeness?
I seen it on the way flying in. Like,
Right.
it was just sticking up out of the clouds.
Damn.
Like, I came back and I was like, I wonder if Pikes Peak. Nah, Pikes Peak ain't on that status. But yeah, man, it was a good time. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to C. Bryn out there in Seattle. Her and Skip Green holding it down.
Right.
You know, I got to meet, you know what I'm saying, some pretty dope people. What is it? I went to this place called the Epic Black Center. Pow.
Epic Black Center.
Pow.
They gotta have an Epic Black Center?
Bam. As soon as you say it, you gotta say it. You
No,
gotta do that.
Epic Black Center. Bam!
Like, that's
oh.
that's what they do. Like, but it's a bunch of it's some young individuals, man. I'm talking like, you know what I'm saying, high school, early college, you know, that pretty much what they do is they're working, you know what I'm saying, for like social injustice.
Okay.
One of the things they're working on right now is their government is they're building a jail, a youth jail
A youth jail.
for 210 million.
Privatized?
Yep.
Here
But
we
the
go.
way they went ahead and talked about it,
N-
like
N-
when they
New
presented
York-
it to the people,
Mhm.
it was supposed to help out families, and it was a youth center.
wait. How they confuse a youth center with jail, man? I mean, like,
You know,
well, let's see. I mean, you get Domino's. I mean,
You know, it's like, man, look, it's like if you had a boys and girls club that had locks on it. That's all.
oh, huh.
And, you know, it's a center, man. You
It's a
know?
center. It's a
Imagine
center.
if
So they
every
pretty much-
bathroom was in every room, and that was just that person's room. you know,
Hey, motherfuckers think they slick, man. Motherfuckers think they really. Yeah, it's just a
these
community.
motherfuckers, man.
Yeah, it's just a community center.
It's in my ass. I mean,
And you know, we gotta have security at the community center too. I mean,
but I mean, they out
oh,
there.
you
know,
can't
they
leave the
say-
community center either. Like,
No, you can't leave the community center. Like, here's the rules for the community center. Why is there a uniform and we can't leave? Hold up.
Hold up.
What's going on here?
Hey, anytime you see orange Crocs, dog, you got to get out of there. Like, I don't trust nobody with orange Crocs on, man.
But
Like,
210 mil, dude.
210 mil, huh?
What would you do? What would you do with 210 mil?
A
What-
party like it's 1999, but that's just me. I mean, but what would you do? Well, you probably could
I
put
mean,
that.
for the community, if your state get, you know what I'm saying, your city get 210 mil.
Well, I would think they would put that towards like the land erosion that they have right there, towards the coastline and stuff like that. I mean, that's one of the biggest problem. That's a big problem there, like land erosion. I mean, right all up and down
Something
the coast.
besides a youth center.
Yeah, youth
No,
center.
youth jail.
Youth
Fuck
jail,
it. It's a
yeah.
youth jail.
Yeah, the youth jail.
You know, I
well,
mean-
see, didn't New York did that same thing too, right? And they had, well, it was New York, or New Hampshire? I can't remember which one. But so here you had privatized youth jails, right? And the private and basically the judge, basically they had a judge that was in pocket that had a stake in these privatized youth jails, and he was sending all kinds of youths to that prison for like minor infractions, like, you know, your shoes ain't tied, or like, motherfucker, you spit gum on the sidewalk or something.
You know
I
what
mean,
I'm
but there
saying?
was other ones too.
Even school violations now take you to jail.
Yeah,
Like,
we'll take you to jail.
I know in Memphis, man, like they would take you to jail for certain school violations. Like,
Speaking of which, on a side note, just on a side note, man, did you see that video of of this high school, right? I guess the student was in trouble. He was sitting in like the principal, that's his principal's office, but he was sitting like in the principal's like segment, and before he goes into the office, police officer comes in, tells him to stand up, pulls him up out the chair, then drops him in a headlock. And just like drops him mad into a headlock.
I haven't even seen I don't think I want to see shit like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I seen the one, you know what I'm saying, dude, was it? The officer came, dragged the woman out of the freaking, out of the desk.
Oh, yeah.
Or the little girl, he dragged the little
one?
girl. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what in the world?
But it's kind of hard. But, you know, it's a hard subject, too, man, because, like, what do you do when you gotta have, like, a
insubordinate kid?
Yeah.
I don't know, but, like, I would think because they a kid.
Kids are all that, you know, I mean...
Okay, look, man. If a kid was about your size, I'll whoop his ass like a grown man.
But that's kids are though. That's the thing, though, man.
Seen
like
these ones, please.
That's been standing toe up with the police. Like shit, all of them.
Nah, I mean like same build and everything.
Oh, same build and everything.
Pound for pound.
Pound for pound. Nah.
Okay, then. So I don't care about your other kids that you're talking about.
I mean, there's some big ass kids. There are some big ass kids out there, man.
With the police officer fighting a big ass kid, and I'll be like, okay. I see videos of these dudes tossing around these little ass kids.
Well, I mean, they're not even that, man. Like the, I mean, speaking of the police, man. So you know, the Alton case, the Justice Department declined to do anything with that case because
they said they didn't have enough evidence.
Yeah, they didn't say they had enough evidence except the camera. The camera shot of the two policemen that were sitting on the dude's chest and shot him. He was like, "Yo, he was reaching for a gun." I'm like, "You got two grown ass people on him though,
man,
too."
You
man,
is on top of the motherfucker.
But that's that's
no, man, ain't no hard fucking.
That
okay, I'm gonna tell you why they ain't hard. You ever been shot before?
No,
me either. But I can imagine that if I was about to do something, get shot, I'll probably stop real quick. So that means he could have shot him anyway.
Hey, some people crazy.
Shot him in his arm. He like basically staple gunned the dude. I hate to say it like that. I know it sounds very horrible, but he basically
shoot you.
He like wrapped him, put him in the right spot, held him there, pulled the gun out, and
put it dead in the chest. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like there is no reason beyond. You had enough time.
But that's just what the camera shows, man. You don't really know what happens. You know, the police were in danger for their life.
Moment, man, in the heat of the moment,
especially when you got this big individual that is the color of night. You never know what he has on him, man. You know, black people have that secret compartment that's in their leg where the gun just pops out like RoboCop.
Yeah. Hey, Hip Hop 360 is on the line.
Hey, who you got on there, man?
I don't know. It's Hip Hop 360. They calling during the show. What's up?
Oh, you guys are doing the show right now.
Ooh, who the hell is that?
I don't know. Who is this?
Who is this?
Oh, CC Love. What's up, CC?
Hey, I just wanted to tell y'all to keep up a good job because I love this show.
Thank you.
Why you gotta put on the sexy voice when calling us though? Like
she's CC Love.
Like the mad sexy voice, like, hey, I just love what you're doing. You gonna get me in trouble, man? Like,
you know like that. But thank you for the love, CC Love.
I just wanted to give y'all a shout out.
Hey, well, thank you very much, and thanks for all y'all doing too for Main Sounds. We definitely appreciate it.
Yeah, they just had their show, Hip Hop 360.
Hip Hop 360 was on point.
Appreciate that, CC Love. We'll be talking to you soon.
All right, now. Hey, that's what's up.
I fucked up. I just go ahead. You know what's real fucked up? Even me laughing right now. She'll watch the video and then see me laugh. So I just got caught already.
You just
like I literally just dry snitched on myself. It's like somebody just called me. I'm just like, They're like, oh, really? That's how you feel? Like, what are you talking about? I didn't do nothing. I didn't. No, we ain't got nothing but love for, you know what I'm saying, Hip Hop 360 family.
Oh, that's what's up, man. Yeah, all kind of warm fuzzies right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, all kinds of warm fuzzies.
But back to the situation. 210 mil, man. I can't get off of that. But the real thing, I just want to give another shout out to the Epic Black Center. Bam. See, you didn't even do it. I want to try this again. I want to give a shout out to the Epic Black Center.
Bam. Okay, there it is.
And you know what I'm saying? C-Brand, you know what I'm saying, for what y'all doing out there.
Bam. Oh, she get fist too. Bam.
You know what I'm saying? For all y'all doing, because... Yeah.
And Skippity Skip. You gotta get Skip. We gotta get Skip.
Skip Green. Man, damn. Skip Green, bruh. Skip Green dope.
See, I don't think I've met Skip personally though yet, man.
Man,
because like, but every time I hear him, man, he was like the coolest cat.
Skip Green, cool as shit, man.
Hell yeah,
like,
man.
Hey, man, they showed me so much love out there, like from day one. You know what I mean? Like with see the female troll and everything. You know, we just sit there chopping up. You know, but I got to meet the dude, and like, man, that dude was very intelligent, man.
That's what's
like,
up, man.
Very intelligent.
That's what's up. Hey, if y'all
like, he put me on some knowledge. I had to sit there and be like, oh shit, man.
like, hey,
Let
if
me
you
go
don't
look
know,
at my book.
you gotta check out. You have to check out. Just saying with C Brand and Skip Green every first Friday, right?
Every first Saturday.
Every first Saturday. I'm over here screwing up your times and stuff. It's on the board up here. I'm ain't even looking at that. I'm just whatever.
Bless his heart.
That's okay. I should be knowing these things, right? I'm like,
so these cops, man, these cops getting away with this shit.
not well. Did you hear about you remember that one the one case where the dude had a broken taillight? It's always broken taillight. Man, taillights and black people, man, like oil and water, man, for real. Like, you can't, like, man, I go out and check my taillights every single day, man, because I'm like,
man, shoot, man, I had a front taillight out, man, I was paranoid as shit. Like, man, I can get shot right now.
Like, seriously, they're like, that's all you need, right? I was like,
why he get shot? Broken tail light.
Broken tail light, man. It's always a broken tail light, man. Broken tail light, dude. They would do black people in every single year. Like,
and so what happened with him?
So the big case, it was in North Carolina. The dude got out the car and was running. He was running from the police, back towards the police. Police pumped like 5 or 6 shots in his back while he was running. And they have videotape of it too. And so he had finally admitted that he was guilty of the federal charges today, but part of it was so he could drop like 4 other charges that he was facing as well. There will be some more there are some other things that are on the board for him right now too, as far as like what's called a violation of civil rights.
My bad, man. Damn wind blowing in.
Violation of civil rights and stuff like that. You know, and so. I mean, there was that cat. There was the cat in Texas too. There a police officer in Texas that ended up shooting. Okay, so there's four young brothers in the car. They were leaving the house party, and he was on the passenger side, and the police shot into the car and killed this man. He killed this young boy. The boy was 15 years old.
See, you know.
So
what?
he's been fired. He's been fired from the police office, and
but getting fired doesn't mean that you won't get banned.
And he's been arrested. He's been arrested for murder.
Okay.
Then there was the two officers that arrested at one. There are 2 officers that arrested at one teen. The teen came out of his car with his hands up, and the officer like cocked him in the face. Then when he was handcuffed on the ground, and the second officer came over, he ran up there and like head stomped him and stuff. They got fired. I don't know if there's charges coming up on them, but they probably will be later on. So I mean,
have you heard anything?
It sounds like they're starting to do. I mean,
they're starting to have a little bit of accountability. Man, hopefully.
There's been more of a show of accountability now, but I mean, because they put the pressure on them. People pulling out their cell phones, they record it, man. They got a whole thing watching
man,
police.
Cell phones don't mean shit though. They always gonna say
right?
in the heat of the moment. That's why you have staple gun people,
right?
Staple gun people can't talk about in the heat of the moment when you.
So, but these are a couple things. These are a couple things that actually just happened too. So you know, it sounds like there is a little bit more accountability. Like I hope there is more accountability, but it needs to be accountability on both sides as well too. I mean, we can't just have it like, the police always doing bad, and all of a sudden somebody break into your car, you be like, police. Yeah, you're gonna like, you gotta realize like some of these people, just like some of the black people that they arrest, they are not all bad. Some of the police officers that actually do some good work and protect the community, and that's all I ask for.
But until their system is fixed, they are flawed.
Yeah.
Until that system is fixed, let them get a court martial, man.
There isn't one perfect system though. I mean, there's only one perfect system. It's called death. Like
no. Actually, they got perfect systems to screw you over. Like I found that out with the whole 13th Amendment.
Yeah, you said you just watched that movie, right?
Yeah. Like I watched it. Pretty much what it's about is, you know what I'm saying, the 13th Amendment says that everybody's free,
right?
And there's no slavery unless because of a crime. So basically the prison system.
Okay.
And somehow, some way, these white people went ahead and just made this super ass fucking system that pretty much keeps black people always
locked in the system.
And because of that, even goes with the, you know what I'm saying, the 210 mil.
Yeah.
You know, because of that, they have like a business out of freaking, you know what I'm saying, out
Out
of
of
jail,
prison.
out
Yeah,
of prison.
prison
system.
is a business.
I'm just really trying to figure out though if
You know,
these people are this smart to do this shit. Why ain't nobody smart enough to go against it? Like, why is there no smart ass counteract?
Man,
like, these
there's
got a
a
real system.
I think well because they're criminals and criminals don't matter.
Yeah,
soon
but
as
for
crim- as
every
soon as we-
criminal, there's another criminal that's better. Like, ain't nobody better than this shit.
As soon as you become a criminal, it's like you lose your rights. It's almost like signing up for the military. Them rights are gone though. Like, you know, like that's what they say. If you're a criminal, you shouldn't have. People believe that if you're a criminal, you shouldn't have any rights because you committed a crime.
And see, you know what? I agree with that to this
To
extent.
extent.
Okay, a criminal is supposed to be a status that happens during the crime.
Yeah.
So because the crime becomes a punishment,
And
a
you become a
punishment is
prisoner.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. A punishment is a duration of time in which you have to suffer the consequences for what you've done.
It
But
shouldn't
as
be a continuous.
duration- Exactly. Once you're out of that,
Once you pay your debt to society,
you should be done. Like, imagine how many kids would never be able to play video games in their life after the first time they lied to their parents.
Dude.
Like, they'll sit in timeout. As soon as they get out of timeout, like,
Well,
hey, can
yeah,
I go ahead and get some candy? No, you can't.
well, it's just like if you're I forget what kind of crime it is. Like if you committed a felony, you can no longer vote.
Yeah, you can't vote.
Yeah.
That's dumb as shit.
Charles Dutton, one of my favorite actors. He starred in TV series Rock. He was in like Low Down Dirty Shame. You know, he's one of my favorite actors. He has a felony and he cannot vote. It's like all of the things he's done is change his light over it. He still cannot vote.
No, that's the dumbest shit ever, man. There shouldn't even be a felony. Like, the way I see it, man, your crime, okay, even with felonies and all that shit, if you have a punishment, you get punished. That's it. You don't get an ass whooping after ass whooping after ass whooping for the same fucking crime after you already did it. Like, you get more ass whoopings than you did the crime. Like, you do the crime one time and you're done for life.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
period. Your life is done.
Yeah, it's like-
even if they say you back here, you're not.
Yeah, there's such a hole that you have to crawl out of because of prison, man. So I mean, more of the story, don't go to prison.
Yeah, I mean, that is the God honest truth. Like,
Yeah,
don't get yourself.
Don't put yourself in a situation that's going to send you to jail because once you get locked in that system, I mean, you're in that system for a good minute. I mean, there's some people that are able to escape, but a lot of people just fall right back into that same situation.
No, man.
Especially when you have to fight.
They got
I
a
work.
smart ass system just to keep you that way.
Yeah.
Like, they keep felonies there to go ahead and, you know what I'm saying, ankle monitors.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't even think about it growing up and shit. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I had a couple juvenile issues. You know what I'm saying? I had an ankle monitor and shit.
Yeah.
They make business off of that. Of
Yeah.
course they do.
It
Makes
sticks
perfect
with
sense.
it. It
We're
sticks
gonna
with you.
recommend that we put you on this because we're not trying to incarcerate you.
Not even that. Back in the day, man, they use prison. They have the prison work sections. They go work on the roads and stuff like that. They're pretty much working for free.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
They work for free and then the government gets paid.
yep.
Everybody else get paid, but the people that's slaving their ass off.
Yeah.
They brought up a good
Slavery.
ass point. Like, when it came to fucking to phone calls,
Yeah.
to actually talk 10 minutes with somebody will take an hour and a half of your time at minimum wage.
Huh.
That is crazy.
That's crazy.
An hour and a half of regular fucking labor is what it costs to go ahead and talk 10 minutes on the fucking phone. That's dumb as shit, man.
Well, so there's your prison system. Like, I don't know. Like, damn. Like.
Yeah,
like,
you know what I'm saying? You don't look at it, but it's like, yeah, it makes sense. It's just, I don't understand how it is they honestly get away with it. Like, that's the key that is still killing me when it comes to all this.
how does the government get away with stuff? I mean, let's see.
Like, it seems like the only way around is honestly is, you know what I'm saying? I can't even say that. I don't know what the way is around it, because it's like, if you have a system that's literally fucked up,
Built and dedicated to keeping you down and
us yelling at them, they just looking at us like, okay, yeah. They're still just looking at us like, you know what, we voted for you. Okay, yeah. You're right. Do something nice for y'all. Give you some flowers and shit. You know what I'm saying? Then when you vote him out, what? You vote the next guy in hopes and dreams that he'll go ahead and be corrupted. Systems are great, except for the fact that corruption is what's honestly fucking up the whole thing.
well, you know what? It's like power corrupts. Power corrupts.
I don't think power corrupts. I ain't corrupted yet.
Power corrupts and corrupts absolutely. The case in point I always use is the IU grade prison. Remember the whole joint with the IU grade prison? Okay, so IU grade prison is like when we were like balls deep in Iraq again. We actually had a prison. We actually had a prison where we actually had military contractors coming through that are actually contracted through the CIA and actually doing interrogations. Well, the soldiers that were there were actually from a guard unit, and they were torturing the prison. I wouldn't say they torturing the prisoners. They was taking they were taking these photos with them and stuff like that, doing like naked human pyramids and shit like that. They had bags on their heads and stuff like that. Two of the guards, they were in like they were married to other people. They were in a relationship with each other there, doing all kinds of freaky shit. Like the whole unit was all screwed up, right? And then when they came back stateside, they started prosecuting all these people. They were like, well, we weren't actually explained everything. It's like, dude, it's the Geneva Convention. You were explained plenty enough. Trust me, they brief us like. The military wise, they brief us. It's like, and that's the thing. They were put in a position of power. They didn't understand what that power meant, and it corrupted them. They thought they were almighty.
I don't understand why everybody. You know what? Like, what scares me is that some of these people have them GTA moments. You ever play GTA?
No, I ain't played GTA.
Okay, so Grand Theft Auto is kind of creepy when you think about it, right? Because you can pretty much do anything. Shoot everybody you want. Shoot police. Shoot civilians. But people have those moments for real in life. Yeah. Like, you know what? I wonder what happened if I just blow this person's brain out since I have the power to do it. Like, that is kind of creepy. Well,
that's one of the things they talk about about gun violence and gun safety and stuff like that. I mean, you give somebody a gun. I mean, that's the power to take somebody's life. Some people take that to heart and think they're like the most powerful. Like somebody just handed you He-Man's sword and shit and say, "Hey, man, just say these 3 words, man," and you got that shit. Like,
did they forget everybody else has that too? Like, hold up, if I blast somebody, that means I can get blasted too.
But you've talked to people like had guns and stuff like that, and you see how they're at it.
Dude, I had a gun.
You see how their attitude.
I remember my serial number to my gun.
You know how some of them, their attitude changes, man.
I don't understand that though.
Yeah, some people do. Some people don't have that knowledge of responsibility, like that responsibility of power, or actually knows the full. It goes to their head. It's like some police
forget about consequences. That's what I'm confused about.
If you give
having
somebody
the power to take somebody's life does not mean that the consequences still ain't there.
I mean, that's why in the military they give us so much training about that stuff. It's like because they know
if I do it, I get lammed up.
because they know. I mean, you get that power, and power will corrupt somebody. It was like, yeah, man, power.
Man, I ain't giving that because you know what? I'm not.
Well, some people who don't have the knowledge, not the knowledge of power, more like the.
There's just evil people out there. That's all it is.
There is.
And if they had the chance to have if they had the chance to have power, then they would use it.
You've seen how somebody's gotten power and changed completely on you, right?
Nah.
You never seen that? You never worked for somebody who's like.
They get power hungry.
Not they get power hungry. Like they get up to a supervisor, and all of a sudden they just
all of a sudden their whole demeanor changes and shit.
Yeah. It's like they shit those things.
I also see people that didn't though, and that's what I mean. That ain't got nothing to do with the person.
No,
I mean that has nothing to do with power.
Now everybody who has power doesn't always get corrupted though.
Because power is not corruption.
It's not, but power can corrupt.
No,
power can corrupt somebody who doesn't know how to deal with power or deal with it in a responsible way. It can corrupt them to do some fucked up shit. Like, and I mean that's the whole thing with the presidency right now. Everybody's worried about that shit because like this dude has so much power, man. What kind of shit is going to end up happening?
But he was corrupted before then. That's what I'm saying. Power doesn't corrupt people. People use power to corrupt more. Like if you had the chance to have more power, think how many corrupted people.
Well, you could have that same. Well,
shit,
think about it. You have that same person. You have that same person. He doesn't have any power. It's that same person, but until he gets that power, then all of a sudden he's like,
he's not corrupted though. He just already had that shit. Think about the supervillain that he's like, man, I'm gonna build this damn power ray or this gamma ray to blast niggas.
Yeah, but
he was already corrupted.
No, but he didn't already start out as a,
no. He was already corrupted.
He didn't start.
I'm gonna build the power so that I can fuck everybody up.
No, but he already had the power, the knowledge to do it. Though.
No,
it was like
he did it.
That's why Tony Stark is not a bad guy, because I know power would corrupt
because
me.
Tony Stark is not corrupted.
Give me Iron Man suit right now though.
That's
like,
because you corrupted.
See if I don't. It's like you
gotta
give me Iron Man suit right now. Give me Iron Man suit. See if I don't find or give me a Hulk's power. See if I don't find everybody who's actually done me.
See, that's why you don't need it.
Is that corruption?
Yes.
But since I don't have the, I mean, I can do it now. I can do it now. But
you got it in your heart.
It's not,
unfortunately, we gotta put you through counseling, man.
Well, but if I'm trained to use the power correctly, that's what we were supposed to be doing with our police enforcement, FBI enforcement, all our law enforcement. They're supposed to be trained to deal with that power.
No, that. So look,
because you have those. I mean, that's one of the things. That's one of the things that happened in like.
You know why the army works? You know why the army works when it comes to freaking corruption of power and people blasting motherfuckers?
We train.
Past the training. It has nothing to do with the training, man. It has to do with the consequences,
it has
bro.
plenty to do.
No, it has zero to do with that. You know how many racist dudes I met in the freaking army
Dude,
who will
like,
easily blast somebody?
That's easy.
But you know why they won't? Not because of the damn training. It's because of the consequences. It is not because of the training. The training doesn't say don't shoot somebody and don't be racist.
Yeah, it does.
It
does.
The training can't teach you not to be racist.
Yes, it does.
That's why they're still racist.
Because some people don't even. Some people in some of their backgrounds they don't even know because it's a normal thing.
They still racist.
But they won't really know, they won't even know. Okay, I'll give you a case in point. So one of my friends, I won't put his name on blast right now because I don't know if he's listening or not. I should, but nah. Anyways, so you know, he's never really been out of his city. He's never been out of his town. He's had a certain amount of friends that live in certain areas. They're kind of isolated publicly. You know, like they're isolated. I wouldn't say they're isolated. They just from a back country. They don't really know people. They don't even know people of other ethnicities or other colors because they weren't present in the community. Or if they were like way down somewhere else and they really had no contact with them. And so we're sitting here, you know, he's sitting here chopping up. He comes to me one day, right? And he's like so jittery and nervous. I'm like, dude, what's going on? Wait, you all right, man? He's like, dude, I think I'm in so much trouble right now. I'm like, how are you in trouble, man? And he's like, well, I was talking to I'm gonna describe his name. Cedric, what's up, player? How you doing, man? So
who's Cedric?
So my brother Cedric, man, who I was stationed with. So I guess he was hanging around with Cedric. They were all playing pool and stuff like that. And he was like, he got a little comfortable, right? And so when he got comfortable, he started talking with everybody like, you know, his friends back in the hood. And that's just his friends back in the hood. And so he's talking about, it's like, yeah, man, I remember one time we were trying to put in this radio and we were and we didn't have all the proper tools, you know, we just kind of nigga rigged it. And so Cedric grabbed him up by his neck, slammed him on the pool table and was like choking the shit out of him, right? And it was like, don't you ever let me hear you them words come out your mouth. So after that whole situation,
what's up, Shannon?
So after all that situation, he came to me and he came to talk to me like, you know, what am I gonna do? I'm being in so much trouble. I'm like, I think it's kind of handled now. I mean, kind of got your neck ringed. It was like, so I was like, so after he told me the whole story and everything like that, I'm like, all right, man, all right, I'm gonna explain to you what happened here. It's like what happened was because I know you're not really like that. You're not like a racist motherfucker that just don't like people. I mean, you hang out with me and you accept me. I accept you too. It's like what happens was you got a little bit comfortable. He got a little bit too comfortable and started talking to everybody like, you know, they was your homeboys from back at home. And your homeboys from back at home, you speak in a whole different language than the people here. And not everybody's like in that. I had somebody do that to me one time too.
But I mean,
he was okay, and this is how he was talking.
Do you think racist is not? You don't think there was any racists in the army?
Oh, there's plenty.
Exactly.
There's plenty.
So,
There's plenty.
so it's not
all
the fact-
throughout all throughout the service.
And you know
I mean,
why they don't blast anybody? Because of consequences. That's all I'm saying. There is nothing with the training. that has
some
to
people
with
do.
it. And when they do, they get
Some people
him
do.
the fuck up.
Some people get prosecuted out of the military because of that too.
Yeah, and so
I mean,
you
there
still
is
have- but
there.
there's
I
a
mean,
high
there is
chance.
as far as the military
Compared
goes,
to
there is a good old boy network that is there
compared to
too.
the freaking police. And you know why? Because it's past the network. The network is also political. Like when you blast somebody, freaking the army does not give a damn. When you blast somebody in a fucking in a hostile situation, in a conflict or a war or anything like that, you better have a reason for that bullet. If you accidentally step around over a certain border, you
there's
can
plenty.
actually be declaring
There's
war.
plenty of consequences too.
Exactly.
I mean,
but police ain't got none of that shit.
But you think about how you're think about how you're trained too, right? You've been trained. You're trained to like disvalue human quality of your target, right? Because it makes you easier to shoot.
No,
but then again, yeah, you do. I mean, kind of think about it. It's like, and this happens in like as far as war situations or people against people. You dehumanize the target, because if you don't see if you don't see the target as a human, it's easy to say. It's like, oh, that's like shooting a zombie. You know, it's not really real. You dehumanize the target.
What's the target? Where do you get this training from? Because I ain't never went through one training that had dehumanizing the target in it.
Yeah, think about it. You dehumanize. It's like as far as
ask me who the target is. I'll tell
like
you who it is.
they're Muslim. You know, they're Muslim. They have different beliefs than you do. They don't even mention like it's not that they have like a family just like you do.
Where you get this from? That's what I'm asking, because I can tell you briefings right now where they do actually humanize the people, where they talk about how it is the terrorists actually infiltrate how the terrorists infiltrate regular communities.
But that's a dual. That's a dual. I'm telling you, it's a dual. It's a dual thing.
Because you my description.
You get dehumanize. You dehumanize.
Hold on,
we
I'll
dehumanize
give you
the
an actual
target.
example.
They
I didn't even finish
dehumanize the
the
target.
example. They didn't dehumanize nothing. They talked about the Muslim community getting influenced by terrorists.
Dude.
How's that dehumanizing the Muslim community? They're still Muslim, right?
So you're not saying. So you're saying that there's no dehumanization of the target.
Your target was terrorists. The terrorists infiltrate freaking. This is what the terrorists do. They talk about.
So there's no dehumanize. Are you saying there's no dehumanizing the target?
No.
It's like no, that's not even true. Like they've done it in every single war, every single conflict.
Okay, so if you want to say dehumanize the target, I'll put it like this. First, you should know that exact briefing, because to say that they're Muslim and put that as dehumanizing is already categorized as something of a totally different lane.
Okay,
because
terrorist.
when they say the terrorists, they don't point out the fact that they're Muslim. Okay. I can tell you that right now. That's the media.
You got a whole presidency running off of that.
No. That's the media.
That's not even just the media.
No, you're talking about training. I'm being strict on this. When you talk about training, they don't push.
That
Muslim,
is
they don't push
training.
Muslim.
That is the training. That is the training, dude.
What training is this?
It's like that is the training.
Well,
man.
tell me the training.
That is part.
I could give you a briefing right
now. That is part of the psyop. That's part of the psyop.
You're still telling me that's part of it.
That's part of the psyop.
I'm not hearing nothing to say that is.
So you're telling me that there's no
right now.
You telling me there's no dehumanization of a target.
I told you when it comes to dehumanizing them, when it comes to dehumanizing the terrorists, maybe there is. That's the first part I said. And if you're gonna say that though, do not put Muslim into that, because Muslim is not part of that.
That is
exactly what I'm talking about right now.
I could have actually thrown anything in there though.
No, because
like they're Italian.
Huh? No, that's not part of it.
That's what the Moors did.
That's what I'm saying. It's not part of freaking. You're talking about.
What are the Moors?
Huh?
What are the Moors?
The Moors?
Yeah.
What Moors?
What are the Moors?
You're asking me a question. You're not saying nothing.
What is the term? What is the term Moor? So I just asked. Well, why would you ask me the question? I'm gonna ask you the question.
Because I don't know. Obviously, what the hell else you want?
No, so
say something.
So okay, I'll put it into perspective. Like the Alhambras. You know what the Alhambras are, right?
Man, you like that person that says discrete math and go from discrete math to Boolean algebra.
Well,
you're still not saying nothing,
no,
man.
it's the same category.
Yeah, exactly. You're in the same category. You use the definition with a synonym. Give me something.
So when the Crusades happened, it was the same. It was the same thing as far as the dehumanizing.
We're going way back in history. I'm talking about now, bro.
Here, dude, it all relates.
I'm asking you.
It all relates.
I'm asking, what briefing have you been to where they have dehumanized and added Muslims into the category that comes with the influence of freaking their stuff.
Dude,
I'm asking you that because
do I have to
can tell
put up
you
the
right now that when it comes to the military, right? You know why they're very strict on positive identification? Because you can't use Muslim as an excuse to shoot them because you're in a Muslim country. So you have to have the characteristics of the target, which is not Muslim being one. Muslim is not part of that target.
So
I'm literally telling you, like, because look, if I'm in a Muslim country and you're telling me to dehumanize the enemy, right?
Yep.
And I'm in a Muslim country, you're saying that the Muslim is and you're telling me that the Muslim community or Muslim is part of that target, right? Now,
so
military shows you.
So you're telling me
input and output. So they say, like, if this thing does this, blast it. If it does this, blast it. If it does this, blast it. You tell me if it's Muslim to blast it, but it's not that. That's why they won't put that in there. Is what I'm telling you. They may say that they'll be in a Muslim country and during Muslim holidays, terrorist action goes up. But
how about so Krauts and Jerry's Krauts and Jerry's that never.
And Krauts and Jerry's was a totally different thing. You know why?
How?
Okay, so the issue with this war, right, is honestly the fact that we didn't have a fucking target, man. When you go out there, and that's what I'm trying to tell you. You talk about Krauts. You talk about Krauts, right? Yeah. I know what a Kraut is. You know what they is? They wear actual uniforms. You know what the uniform is for a terrorist?
No.
What's a uniform for a terrorist?
Regular clothes, man.
Exactly. That's not a uniform. So you have to take out the Kraut.
That's called guerrilla warfare. We faced it.
You know what we do call terrorists? We do call them Hajis. You know what I'm saying? We call the terrorists that. Yes, but we don't
that's the dehumanization part right there.
Terrorists is already dehumanized by saying it. But the ad, and again, I agreed with you, and I said
that's what I said.
Dehumanize the target. Exactly my words.
Exactly
my words. Dehumanize the target. They don't put Muslim into that as a target.
No, but
you keep
that's
saying
what
they
I'm
do.
saying. No, I'm not saying that they put. Like I said, I can use any way to do it. I can use black people, Asian people, white people.
Your target's the target, though,
that's
dude.
the target. That's the target.
A dartboard is a target. You know
to shoot to feel better about shooting at your target, you have to dehumanize the target. Because if you don't see,
that doesn't give the police anything. That doesn't give the police nothing.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Because they look, they're so dumb that they'll sit there and say gangbanger is black. That is stupid as shit. If you look at the military,
when they say gangbanger, they're not thinking about that somebody's child or anything like that.
No,
it is a gang. It is a gangbanger. That's how they dehumanize that target. Okay,
and I won't take that away from them. But them profiling a black person automatically as a gangbanger. If you take that same spectrum, right?
That's a dehumanization of the target.
No, but you take the fact that they say their target is black.
The target.
Our target in the military was not Muslim.
No,
is what I'm telling you.
It was anybody carrying a gun.
Their policies, and the way they're dehumanizing, is totally fucked up.
But you just said, you just said right now, you called them Hajis, right?
Yes.
Why?
And the target is the target.
Why? Because it was their targets, or because
Haji was totally different from Muslim,
or because
local national,
or because that made it easier to dehumanize that target.
No, terrorist does too. It's whatever. I shot a person. What you want me to say?
Like
it's totally different than saying I shot.
But that's
what
I'm saying.
National,
but that's what I'm saying. The military is real. We're worried about that too because they give you you get both at the same. You get both at the same time.
Bro. Like, I think you're combining stuff, man.
They don't sit there and train. They don't sit there and train you to it, man. They don't sit there and say, "Hey, look, we're going to dehumanize the target today."
Because I'm talking about a totally different thing. You talk about dehumanizing the target, which you know what? Absolutely, I would not disagree with, but. When it comes to figuring out what that target is, describing that target is actually the fucking issue. Because when it comes to
that's the problem we had in Vietnam as well too.
What? Even in Vietnam, for any freaking war, to describe the target, if you have an issue with actually describing the target, a gangbanger, for instance, if a gangbanger to you is automatically black, there's a fucking issue.
That's
a terrorist was not automatic. No, but no.
That's how you dehumanize the target.
Is not the. Hold
that's
up.
The target.
Give me a second and let me finish. The target was not Muslim. Our target was freaking a radicalized Muslim group that happened to infiltrate, and one of the things they did was, one, use phones at suspicious time. 2, also freaking be digging holes around certain times. 3, they do terrorist type of acts. That is the target. Did
So-
I say anything in there about Muslim? Exactly. Did
No,
I say that they wear
you
hijabs?
wouldn't have President Trump if they didn't.
No. Did I say anything? I'm talking about the military again, man. Because the whole issue with this again is freaking them to actually describe
The same people voted for Trump are in the military.
And even then,
like
yes, you're right. Because again, I said there is still racism in the military. But you know why the racism in the military doesn't freaking explore out so much? Because of the policies. So police got to fix their fucking policies. What it goes down to, they got to
but their
policies.
policies, their policies already in place too.
It doesn't matter if their policies are in place. They need to fix their fucking policies.
There you go. The same thing. Military had to do the same thing too.
Military barely even fixed their policy. One of their policies was Geneva Convention Code, and that shit pretty much covered half of the shit. I wonder
You know what?
Is the police
You've heard
under a
of
Geneva Convention?
you've heard of the 108th Tank Battalion, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you know where they're from, right?
Nah.
Okay, so you know they were delayed in coming into the war because they were all black battalion, right?
Okay.
They were separate. They were actually a separate force. They didn't want them to come in. Almost, it's
Almost like the Dragoon platoon.
exactly.
I was part of Dragoon.
And now,
Well, now.
but those were policies in place.
Yeah.
Just like Don't Ask, Won't Tell was a policy in place.
Yes. But nobody's fixing fucking police policies.
There has no, I wouldn't say that too. There has been a change as far as police policies.
Okay, they changed some of the policies. You're right, but their training is a policy that just got to get fixed. Either way it goes, they're not fucking fixing the right policy.
There needs to be more.
There need to be more.
There needs to be more. I mean, but you think about how it's been ran since. I mean, that's how. I mean, you think about how the Black Panther Party came to rise too. I mean, that's one of the biggest things was you had police officers coming from out of state like Georgia, coming down from the South, coming into the Oakland area and policing these communities they have no idea about. And down south, you already had a culture of racist people, and those were the people that were in power.
Well, maybe they should just do like the military, have one fucking or 2 or 3 different bases that are just mainly for training them up exactly where you need to be. And once they get to the city or state that they're supposed to, or the city they're supposed to go to, they can get urbanized training.
Well, it's like police. It's like police. Like we see in police academy movies.
Yeah, I mean they got police academies, and man, they need to be. I mean, either way it goes, I can tell you right now.
Do all the police academies have the same? I wonder.
I doubt. All
do they have all the same substandards? Standards?
I doubt. But even at the same time, there needs to be a stronger punishment. Like, there just needs to be a stronger punishment. At the end of the day, if their punishment was so strong that you're not getting paid leave, it's not something to even think about. You're fucking probably going to end up being in jail. Well, chances are you got to...
Well, that's
court martial scares the fuck out of us.
Yeah.
They're probably not scared.
Yeah.
They need to be scared of that shit. And that's what it goes down to. Hey, look, when your mom used to tell you, like, boy, if you do this shit, I'm gonna beat the life out of you.
But there's a reason why. The reason why they're not scared because they have a whole union that's actually there to protect them.
I don't care why they're not scared. What I'm saying is that they need to be scared, and that it needs to go past their union. Like, that's what I mean. They got so many ways of like this good boys club and shit like that. That it allows for an easy corruption. The military doesn't have like a union. There is no fucking union.
There is.
What's the union in the military?
Well, it starts with a golden bar. No, there isn't. No, there is no union in the military.
Like if you go to a court martial.
Yeah, you're done. You court martial.
There's no like AFTA or some shit to go ahead.
You're
the
just
Army federal representatives.
You're just there.
No, you get JAG, and chances are JAG don't even give a shit about you.
I've gone through the JAG a couple times. They do their best. They do their best. They do. They actually look for.
But when you look at the UCMJ though, it makes it so strict that like you just pretty much
like
if the wall is white. You'll be in jail for life.
Right, like, for real.
But man, like there's a little spot. Is it white though? Yeah. Yep. You
wait a minute.
For life.
Do the police have like
a UCMJ or some heavy shit like that? That's what I'm saying. Like they got IA and stuff, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to research that too because I feel like they just kind of get a little loose though because. It just seems like
I just wonder how they're able, and if they do, how are they able just to circumvent? I was like, well, I know how they're able to circumvent it real easy. I mean, that's what their police union is to do. I mean, like,
but how they get so many accidental shots? Like, the military probably had the time beginning, and you know what I'm saying. They probably honestly, they did.
well, it's a cult.
In the beginning of the Iraq war and shit, you know what I'm saying? Or this time,
it's a culture of protecting
like,
your own, right?
It was kind of going very heavy, right? And then they had to start instilling more escalation of force freaking rules,
right?
And so those escalation of force rules,
because you had some big things, but now like,
and so guess what, man? They were so strict on that shit. If it said first thing you had to do was yell, second thing was flash a light at them, third is load your weapon.
If you didn't get that yell out, yeah.
Fourth was, you know what I'm saying, then cock your weapon back and point it, and you just would say, like, I yelled.
You missed one of them
and
steps?
then I loaded my weapon to show them that I was serious. Hold up, so you did flash a light? No, I did. Okay, you done. Like, that's how strict it was. You did do that part?
Well, would you say that's from? Would you say that's from military aspect, and that's how they always done it, or is it because there's been so much outcry because of it?
I think it's kind of a mixture of both, and I think
because there's been plenty once it hits the media, then like you see them come up there quick, like, look, we need to change this shit. I mean, just like the Facebook pages, they're up with female military members. And I was like, you had all they're
as soon as it got on blast, they went ahead and changed it immediately.
Yeah.
For the police, it's kind of.
But it's been out there for a minute too.
Yeah, and now there's an outcry for it. So I could see that being something in the case, you know what I'm saying, the military. And I also see at the same time, like, they probably realized there was a lot of accidental shootings going on because certain escalation of force wasn't getting done.
Yeah, I mean,
it was probably blasting a lot of more innocents.
Like I remember when I came in, they gave us our, I got that first military briefing, and it's like the Air Force is no longer kill. It's service. We service bombs. We service missiles. We service the enemy. I'm like, okay, but that's one of the changes, like cussing at you in the military. They're not supposed to cuss at you in basic training and stuff like that. That's one of those changes that they did as well too. I was like, but that's from people going like, Sarge wouldn't yell at me. Now they got timeout cards and shit like that.
Yeah, I mean, I still heard about these timeout cards. I guess I was fortunate because they said
y'all didn't have timeout cards?
No, and they said we were supposed to have timeout cards. They told me I was going to relax in Jackson. They said all this nice shit, man. Like, hey, man, you going to relax in Jackson. You got your cell phones going. You got to sit there with your timeout card.
Did y'all?
No,
okay.
I jacked my cell phone. I ain't gonna lie.
You jacked your cell phone?
We did some thug shit, man, okay?
Hey, we didn't even have, hey, look, when I went in, we didn't even have cell phones like that, though.
Of course, man. Y'all could have.
You know how hard it is to put your
status.
You know how hard it is to like hide a brick phone though. Like that shit is hella hard.
And that's what I mean. You wasn't on our level. See,
we didn't have no. Yeah, we didn't have that shit.
Keep a cell phone with me though, man. We relock the door every time. We just open the door.
Y'all have your hiding compartments too. There's like always a hide compartment. Somebody's got like the hide bunk.
Oh,
like,
we had the hide locker, nigga. We had trap doors in the locker, nigga. We had trap doors in the locker and shit, man. Like, I ain't gonna lie, we did a lot of thug difference and shit, but it was no relaxing.
You know what our stash was? Our stash was vitamin C cough drops. Like the vitamin C cough drops, because they were like delicious. We ain't, you can't have no candy and shit like that.
Our stash was like we may have, our stash was like, some Mr. Good bars.
You got a stash of candy somewhere,
Snickers, right? Shit like that. Everybody got their little itch. Then get that Mr. Good bar, man.
Got a Snickers, man. I need to get up on the Snickers. Like
I got the burgers. Well, I just got burgers.
To watch these nuggets. Oh man.
But you know what I'm saying? I think the police, I think they're too loose, man. I honestly think that their policies is a little too loose because these dudes is not going through some heavy ass policies. You hear about every court martial that happens. And that's why I put that as a case in point.
You hear every single court martial.
That's how rare it is because niggas don't even get that far.
Yeah.
You'll see a million different privates. You see dudes stripped down. If they end up freaking blasting somebody, it went all the way up to the top. And it's probably a immediate freaking...
Toothpick with the sidewalk crack. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They is on it. And so when you look at the police, it's like, we're going to go do this. They play this little law game. They go through a regular law system, right? So you get to play this little, like I said, man, Army rules. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. If you miss a step, you was done.
Yep.
That is on you. You can't say, well, I felt. You felt.
It ain't all.
Hold on. You had a feeling? No, man, you real dumb.
But it ain't all like that all the time.
It ain't like that. Actually, you know what? I can put it like this.
Because I've seen people go. I've seen people get protected from high. I've seen people get protected from high up.
It takes a lot to get stuff protected from high up.
Nah, not really, man.
It really does.
Not really.
Look,
it just depends on who's in your unit,
ordinance. Man. Every piece of ordinance has a count.
Like,
if there's a shot heard, and the only reason I know that is because we had dudes that had NDs. NDs was like, yeah, NDs. Negligent discharge. And I can tell you for every bullet count, if you just heard a pop out of nowhere, that didn't make sense. there was a whole thing behind it. If you actually end up blasting somebody, I knew dudes that had, like, in the military, they had investigations because every time they shot anything out there, you're in the war country.
Yeah.
You shoot anything out there, you literally had to have a reason for it. You had to show positive identification, so you went through the proper procedures, and that everything was done the way it's supposed to be done. And we're supposed to be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we think about it, it's supposed to be all like detaining and shit like that. But even for the whole kill happy shit, there still had to be a reason behind it. These police with the whole feelings and shit and getting emotional, man, and getting on my nerves. Like,
well, I mean, I don't know. I
felt in danger. No, he was a danger to me.
I felt in danger.
You know, I mean, I'm getting tired of that. Like, even to make my day long, like, or your stand your ground shit, man. I'm done with that, man. Everything that has to do with feelings, I'm done with. Because you can't have feelings when it comes to pulling the trigger. That's just the truth. You cannot shoot somebody because you're angry. You can't shoot somebody because you're scared. You can't shoot people because you're happy. That's still kind of crazy.
Right. If you got pulling on the gun, of course it's going to be a scary situation, man. I mean,
the situation could be scary. You cannot shoot a gun because you're scared. You're not supposed to. We didn't pull triggers out of scare. We pulled triggers out of freaking acts of, you know what I'm saying, actual danger. You have to be in the act of doing some kind of shit.
If you pull out a gun, I mean, when you pull out a gun, you want, like, the only intent to pull out a gun is to shoot. I mean,
yeah, and that's what I mean. People pull the gun out though because they feel scared.
Yeah.
No, fuck that shit, man. Fuck feelings. That's why people need to go. I'm sorry, I'm such an asshole. Fuck your feelings, man. Fuck all y'all feelings.
Fuck feelings, man. Like, it's like this whole thing is built on feelings.
No, man. Fuck feelings, man. I'm done with them. No, but I'll put it like this, man. Like, I'm done with people using feelings as an excuse to take somebody's life. When you pull the trigger, you can't pull the trigger because you feel some type of way. See, when I say it like that, it sounds totally different now. Really?
Once you heard, that's why I like once you hear it, it's like, this. Yeah,
now I say it a different way. It's like, oh, okay, man. But you really can't shoot somebody because you feel some type of way. you can't, man. I'm sorry. I felt like I was scared. I felt this. I was angry. I was that. I felt it was, no, man. Fuck feelings. Stop feeling some type of way. You shoot because you're trying to end the act, an act of danger, not an act of feelings.
Man, there's a whole lot of things that goes in. It's like shooting something, man. I mean, cause like, I don't know, like. See,
I was in a scary situation. I didn't shoot nobody because I was scared.
It was like,
I mean, because I could have took lives. I could have, but I mean,
people. Sometimes it was
a crowd of motherfuckers.
Yeah, sometimes
a whole crowd of them. Sometimes you know niggas with bombs would do to you. I was done before it started. You want to talk scared?
See, that's why I ain't doing the com.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's why I do none of the com
before it started. But I could be like, oh man, I felt like I was scared.
Like,
so no, nigga,
doing the convoy thing, man, because I know myself. Like, I'm not that I wouldn't be. I say I know myself. Like I wouldn't follow rules, nothing like that. But I know I'd be nervous. I'd be nervous
Oh man,
as shit.
it's
but,
probably why like a lot of us have a high amped up freaking paranoia. Honestly,
Yeah, you know, like
you want to talk about scare, man? When you have to share the road with motherfuckers that potentially could kill you, like everything you do is potential death. You drive out the wire, there's a chance you could die.
man, that's called San Jose, dog. What are you talking about? Like,
You know what I'm saying? Like, look, we're gonna share the roads with these people. Now, be careful if you see somebody that's low and sagging, which may happen because they all have bad suspension brakes or bad suspension. But past that, you know what I'm saying? Be kind of at ease because they may actually have a V-bid, which by the time you see it, chances are that you could already die anyways because the blast radius on that bitch is already death. But be careful. Don't blast everybody you see. Don't be scared. That's how's that brief it sound for you? Like, what?
okay.
So, do we shoot? Do we not shoot? Do we?
Our military briefing is like the best thing in the world. I love
Like, when you really look
military
at it,
briefing.
man, look, 100-foot radius with a V-bid is actually just kind of nothing.
Yeah.
Like, and then we had to share the roads with them, so they're on the left and right. So it's like, man, we're already done. And people want to talk about feeling scared. Fuck out of here with that shit. That's why I leave it with.
That is freaking scary, man.
Yeah,
because
and
you know what? Because you know what you just explained right now. You just explained like every other car I seen out here in Colorado Springs. I mean, seriously, like
Exactly.
and it's pretty much just as dangerous. I mean, you know, like,
and with a 50 cal in your hand, you think power would have corrupted me to blast all these dudes because I was scared? Fuck no, man. I would have got my ass lit. Like, why'd you shoot him? Because his suspension was low, and I thought it could have been a bomb. But it wasn't, was it? Did you see him do anything else suspicious? No, he was just driving. Did his hand look like he had a trigger in it? No, but he was just driving with a slide. Well, then you fucked up. Like, that'll be the life. You know what I'm saying? Every car behind me would be busted because I'll be shooting engine blocks. You see a trail of cars with smoking engines.
That's why I couldn't do that cowboy movie, man. I'll be so freaking nervous, man. They better not be no. Hey, I better not see a roach. You know, like anything that move. Is that a plastic bag? That don't look like no plastic.
Like, where's truck F06? Oh, they up there. Follow the trail of smoking cars. He shot everyone in the engine block. You just see.
Hey, I was just being careful.
I didn't know who was who.
I was scared.
I was scared. I was scared.
Has there been any like court martials where they just let somebody go because they let off their weapons?
Just because they let off their weapons?
Well, not because they discharged their weapons.
Like, you mean like they blasted somebody?
Yeah.
I'm sure if they had the absolute proof that they did everything they were supposed to do, that's the only way you get out of it.
Well, because what was it? There was just a document, well, not a documentary out. Like, I think it was a documentary out about a group that like lit up this whole the whole village and stuff like that. Like they shot everybody in the village and stuff like that.
That dude actually, I thought he got locked up. Actually, there's a couple shoot up the village type situations.
Yeah,
so
there's a couple of them.
Hard for me to even get into. If it got up to freaking media, chances are they.
So that's one of the things. It's like once it hits like the media and there's this big public outcry.
The chances of you surviving just like got slim to none.
Dude, like there's not like imagine if there was a big.
Maybe he was right.
Imagine if there was a big.
That nigga guilty.
Well, just like like drone strikes. That was a big thing as far as Obama's presidency. Drone strikes and stuff like that. Like
and even in those, like
there wasn't really a big media like
outcry for it. They kind of just. I mean, even looking at that. Damn, man, it's so short of time. But even looking at that on an honest tip, it was kind of.
What time? Oh, it's almost time. Let's roll with it. Let's roll with it. We'll end when we end. It's a side note. We do.
Shoot, man, dudes got work and stuff. I got work.
Yeah,
I don't get breaks.
I'm actually taking core work at the same time too.
See, like this guy's trying to get away with everything. Like I'm not working right now. I'm an engineer.
Yeah, I'm always working. I'm always working. No, but like the whole drone thing. I mean, like. You had American citizens that were over there. Well, I guess they were doing terrorist stuff. But
I mean, I don't even want to talk about drone strikes though, because it was like honestly, it was a fucked up tip. Like they strike places that the targets may or may not have had people in it, or the target may not have the people that they were supposed to be targeting in it. Like they was just blasting places. And they gave a whole community PTSD because like the only time they was happy is if skies are gray and shit, so they didn't have to worry about people getting blasted.
Man,
like.
Let me see a Cessna right now, though. Like, I can't even imagine.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you just see everything. You know, and it's like, I ain't trying to be on that humanitarian shit. There's certain times where we have to do what we have to do.
Wait. Just say that again.
I ain't trying to be on all that extra humanitarian shit, but you know what?
No, there's nothing wrong with being a humanitarian.
No, because, you know, I will say this. It's very unfortunate the world we live in, but there is a certain system that says at certain times people have to be killed because there is certain shit that exists. And so that's why I say I'm not 100% on the humanitarian shit. Like, if you got to blast a target, blast the right fucking target. That's all I care about, man. Like, and don't do the whole Mortal Kombat fatality blast a motherfucker with, what was it, mother of all bombs for 19 niggas. Like, don't do no shit like that. Like, you got SEAL Team 6 to light all them motherfuckers up. And they would have accidentally gave you somebody else extra. Like, man, you don't need to do all that extra shit. That's all, you know, that's all. Just stop blasting innocent motherfuckers. Make your system better.
That's why it's called collateral damage, man.
Yeah, collateral damage. You know what? That number is fucking twisted as fuck. Cause like, how many lives is actually okay? I mean, you think about the fucking nuclear bomb dropping and shit. Like, how many lives would be deemed okay? You didn't even blast anybody.
Well, here's the thing when you're talking about like Nagasaki and Hiroshima, right? So where did they drop those? Where did they drop those bombs?
Drop it nowhere in military. I don't think it was anywhere military. It was like they just dropped it in the city.
Like they found a 7-Eleven to drop it on and shit.
like I really feel because
let me put this on 7-Eleven.
It's not like they said they dropped it at blah 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 base. They said they dropped it in the city.
In the middle of the city.
Like, it's not like they said they dropped it in Fort Carson. They dropped it downtown Colorado Springs.
Now, would they be able to do that now? Like,
hell fucking no.
You couldn't just drop one down in like the middle of Moscow or like Kim Jong-il, the next celebration they had. You know, they'd be throwing a whole lot of parties though. Like,
that's because Kim bored, man. Kim getting a little too brave. Somebody need to whoop his ass. Like
Lil Kim
need to get his ass whooped, man. Y'all damn leaders that, I mean, I know they don't listen because they can't hear us anyways. They so strict when it comes to this shit, they can't even think about hearing anything else that says something about them. But I tell you what, that motherfucker need to get slapped. You don't even need to get whooped. You need to get slapped, like straight in the face. For him, I think that'll just take all the power out of him.
Like full cock back?
full cock
back
fucking
backhand,
face.
right?
Like, you know what I'm saying? Just smack the sense into him. And
like,
I think that smack, you know what's going to happen with that smack? You're going to get that smack, and he'll be like, I ain't as powerful as I thought.
Hey, I always say, man, you ain't too high to get fucked up. You're never too high to get fucked up.
I'm saying? Like, I think he just need to get, I mean, and you also see shit. Fucking Russia keeps flying these damn bombers over. If that shit ain't fucking creepy.
If you want to be starting something, got to be starting something.
And this time they brought over with fighters. They had a fighter escort.
Got to be starting something.
Yeah, these motherfuckers, they tested shit, man. Motherfuckers be pay attention. I ain't trying to say stay woke, do some conspiracy theory things, but I can tell you this. If I was going ahead and trying to test some shit, why not test the distance of my stuff and see if it can actually make it? You know what I would do? Hey, if I wanted to find out how close I can get somewhere, fill my whole tank up, right? Then drive it. As soon as I get to that line where I can't come back from, I'll look at that needle and be like, oh, okay. I probably could make it over there. Like, it's only I got a quarter left. Okay, let's fly back.
That's what North Korea is doing right now. That's why they keep on testing these missiles.
But they missiles ain't going nowhere. Like, they just kind of like, It's like if they had, I mean, they had the potential to do it if everything was cool.
See, so it's like North Korea, man. It's like, it always seems like they've been more talk than actually what they really got. I mean,
because I mean they got.
But you never really know. But you never really know what they really got. I mean, because they got a lot of.
I think we're just trying to work with China. That's why we try to get China cool. Because, you know, China again is the parent, and you know how you got those parents that ain't taking care of their kids, and so you try to tell them to handle your kid because I don't want to whoop your ass too.
North Korea is the child in the supermarket.
That child is that badass child, right? As soon as you whoop that child's ass, Now
Hey,
y'all
hey,
in
what
war.
are you doing?
What are you doing to my kid?
What are you doing to my baby? That's exactly what they are. That's exactly what they are.
Situation's gonna be. Like that's why we're trying to talk to China about. Hey, man. Like only thing I'm saying.
Get your
is,
kids.
Get your kids, nigga. Get your kids.
Get your kids,
like,
man.
Look at this shit. Look.
Hey.
You see this? He threw a big.
Come get your kids. Hey, come get your kids, man.
We got
Don't
a
make me
diss
get
video
them.
out now.
Don't
Hey,
make me get them. Like
if I get him,
I got
you
my
know what
belt.
China
I got
say?
my
Hey,
belt
look, if
on.
you touch my child, we're gonna have problems. That's exactly what's going on.
Then
right
get your
now.
kids.
Man, hey, look, I'm working on it. But if you touch my child, we're gonna have problems. Like that's exactly what's going on right now. I think it's just a freaking child situation. Meanwhile, North Korea is lighting up more fucking damn missiles and playing with their fireworks, and we're sitting like, nigga, get this motherfucker. Because if we do it, we're gonna do it like this, and you know what's gonna happen. Like that's when all hell breaks loose. Now, you know what I'm saying? That damn China and all that China's homies gotta come in because they don't want China to be alone. And then we gotta go into the World War III situation because of dumb ass fucking North Korea. Like, they need to get their kids.
Is it North Korea? Is it North Korea or the shit talk that we're willing to do with North Korea? I mean, because North Korea's been doing this like the same thing for like years and years.
I think it's the shit talk.
But there's a pattern to it. When North Korea get hungry, they start acting a fool and be like, all right, look, you know, they're like, look, we gonna make this nuclear weapons unless you give us like drop some food on us, man.
Now they chopping shit. I think the bad issue is that our shit talker is Trump, and so Trump will just say some random shit, not like, you know, hey, you know what? I'm just letting y'all know right now. Y'all press another button. We already got a secret satellite service that's gonna blast a laser, and it's over you right now.
Dude, we got a carrier group that's sitting on the other side of the ocean. It's on their ways right now.
Like they would say some shit like that. We're like, you know what I'm saying? You like, oh shit, really?
That's what I'm saying. We got
bad shit talkers. You know what I want to know though?
Bad shit talkers.
Where the fuck is Kelly?
Yeah, I haven't seen Kelly in a minute, huh?
We miss you, Kelly.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, that's a good question.
Shoot,
that's a thought for a thought right there.
What we got May EDM. You know what I'm saying? Every Wednesday, 8 to 9.
Left
up every Thursday.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? 5 to 7. We got Hip Hop 360. They just had the last show.
Yep,
Shout out to Spliff G. And you know what I'm saying? CC Love and the Hip Hop 360 family showing us love. Just saying, she just had her show this past Saturday. I had a chance to be out there with her. Shout out to her. Just saying with Skip Green in the building and Sebrin. And this week, we will be doing On the Block live on Facebook.
Okay. All right.
It's going down. I even had to get some more videos.
Most of that, man. Hey, especially if you got music, you got videos. Definitely send them to Made Sounds Media. We can go ahead and get y'all played up.
Yeah, and watch.
And it's 40 free. Man,
watch all the past shows. You know what I'm saying on Made on Demand.
Yes. Oh yeah,
Made
on Demand. Yeah.
And shoot, I'll holler at y'all later. You got anything, B?
Someone put hands on Kim Jong-il, please. He needs a backslap to the reality, please. Something like that. I don't know if that's possible.
Slap life into him.
You ever seen somebody with power? I'd like to see that. I think I'd like to see somebody with power get slapped the fuck up. I mean, like just cold, like blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? Like
we'll find some of those videos next time. But shoot, we gone.
Gone. Do.